Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. So in this video, I'm going to discuss what is a composite key in SQL. So we are very much familiar with the primary key, why we need a primary key. So if you know a primary key, so composite key is again a primary key, but that is made of or made by the combination of multiple column values. And why we need to do this, let's understand this. Okay. So sometimes what happens, we may want to create a relationship. So obviously, what we are doing to find out the relationship. So we have to find out the common column between two data sets. Okay. So let's take example in Excel. So just assume that here I have a data for the XYZ companies, and let's say their transactions are happening in the different currencies. Okay, if I filter out here, you can see this. These many other currencies that are used. Okay, to do the transactions. But yes, for the analysis purpose, we cannot keep these currencies in different currencies. Meaning we cannot have the data in different currencies, right? So we need to normalize this into the one of the currency. So the company may give you the currency into which you have to convert, and accordingly you can find the conversion rate, and then you can do the calculations to get the amount in so and so currency. Okay, so here I have a currency conversion. Okay, from any specific currency. Okay, to USD, meaning here I'm going to use USD as my final currency for the analysis purpose. So now let's say here, if you take the example of this AED, so by date here, 1st Jan, 2nd Jan, 3rd Jan, 4th Jan, 5th Jan, 6th Jan, for all the 6 days we have the same currency. But if you look here, the currency conversion rate is different, right? And obviously you might need to use this currency conversion rate. If you go and if you directly look up, if you go and if you directly use the currency conversion from only based on the from currency column. So what will happen here? If you look, okay, if I come here and let me bring the AD on top. Okay, or let's, okay, here we don't have AD, here we have, okay, let's consider AR. Yes. Okay, so I will say this as a ARS. For example, it is not going to matter. Okay, so this is ARS, and here we have ARS by date, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Okay, so all these dates are covered here, and rate, I will say, if I try to build the relationship, meaning if I use the currency as my common column, what will happen? So if I go and if I say lookup of this comma this to this, right? So I have 4 columns, and here if you look for the entire ARS, you will get the same exchange rate, right? Same exchange rate. And this is what I don't want. This is what I don't want. So we are getting, let me remove the formula from this. Okay, fine. So now only first value I'm getting. This is right, 914. So 000914. This is what I don't want. What I want is by date, I should get the uh, proper or approximate or exact value. So this column is not going to work. This will not help us as a primary key. So in that case, what we do is we create a primary key, or I'll say key column, So here I'll say key column based on the combination of. So obviously by date we have different currency conversion rate. So we can use date and from currency conversion into a key so that we can map. So what I will do, I will say text, I'm going to format the date here in Excel. So let's say text, this is the value, and then format I will set as a dd hyphen hyphen yy. Okay, and let me do this for you. So now we have a date. So obviously I need to concatenate one of the value, that is A2, the currency, because the combination of combination of two column values is going to work. So now these values are unique. If you look here, first Jan, second Jan, third Jan, fourth Jan, fifth Jan, sixth Jan. So on the basis of this, we can okay. So on the basis of this, we can bring this or map this, or we can bring the currency conversion rate into our data. So obviously here again, what we need is we need the key, right? So same thing I will do here. I'll say text, and this is the transaction date, and the format is dd hyphen hyphen yy. Okay, and I'll say add this. Let me hold on. Now if I again, this is my key, and now if I try to bring the rate, so is equal to VLOOKUP of this on the basis of this key to this currency conversion rate, comma 2 comma 0. Okay, so whatever the formula is. So here, okay, the date is remains same. So let me see for the ARS how many dates are there. Only one date. Okay, fine. So 6th is the only date for this currency conversion. It is fine. Okay, what we will do is we will change the date manually from, let's say, 2, then let's say 3. Okay, as I change the date here, you can see that values are getting changed. Okay, so now this is, let me say this is 4. So by date, we are getting the currency conversion rates here, right? So you can see this 4 values I changed, and here we have different 4 values as a rate. So this column, whatever the column we have created, is called composite key in SQL. Obviously, same thing we need to do while creating a model in SQL or while performing the joins in SQL. So these kind of things happens obviously. Here we use VLOOKUP to map the data. There in SQL we use joins to map the data. But yes, the column which is made from the combination of more than one column is called composite key in SQL. So that's all about the composite key. So I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day.